best on-demand grinder. The word on the street is it's the best under $1,000. Let's find out if that's true. G'day everyone, welcome back to the Artistic YouTube channel. We want to cover a wide range of reviews and products from commercial and domestic gear. So today we're going to have a look at the ANFIM Best On Demand Grinder. It's the little brother to the ANFIM SPII, which we've done a review on already. So let's take a look at a few of the specs. It starts with a 400 gram hopper. The burr set are a flat burr 54mm. The motor itself is a 1300 watt motor, and it's going to do 400 RPM. So they're pretty standard specs that we're going to see in a grinder of this size. When we look a little bit further, there's some details that come across from the commercial model into this domestic model. Like the group handle rest, this is identical to what you do see on the commercial machine. It's really robust and really sturdy for home. You've got the same chute that actually will dispense the grind into your handle, and the location of those is amazing. And in behind here, I'll show you in a sec, it does have the same spring declumper in there as well. With the easy mechanism on the side here and the turn dial, using a gear ratio, you can adjust the grind really easy, allowing that finer, infinite amount of grind changes that you're after. So it's not a stepless grinder. There's no need for a locking screw to hold the blade steady so it doesn't change the grind. You've got your standard hopper slide on the back here as well, and a screw to be able to lock that hopper in place. A nice big red marker so you know whether you're going to be going finer or coarser in the grind. And you've got a nice set of clear numbers on there showing you the adjustment amount that you're going to make. So there's a really big display there showing how much time that you've allocated to the two grind settings available. They've got a single cup and a double cup, which allows you to change the varying amount of grind that's going to end up in your group handle. We've got the white gloss model here, which is quite nice in this kitchen, and it does come in a matte black as well. So I've been using the ANFIM Best On Demand at home now for a few weeks, and I want to let you know a few of the things that I've found out about it. The first thing is the cup quality. There is a distinct increase in clarity, crispness, acidity, and just beautiful flavors that are coming through across the espresso that I've been enjoying at home. So those flat burrs really have made a difference to the grinder I was using before. As far as usability, it's super easy. Because I do use the ANFIMs in commercial, this rest is really easy. It locks in, it holds the handle beautiful. The grind that comes out is just flowing perfectly into the handle. I can fit 22.5 grams into that handle at 12 seconds. And it just needs a couple of taps and it just falls beautifully, ready to use an OCD or a distributing tool, and then to tamp the coffee. So for me, it is behaving exactly how I want it to from a commercial aspect into the home. I've done a couple of tests between coarse grind and fine grind to see how that clump crusher, it's got a spring inside here, handles breaking up those really fine clumps that happen, and it does a really good job. So for me, it's ticking quite a few boxes when we're looking at grind quality and being able to create a much better distributed and extracted coffee. So for me, it looks beautiful in the house. I feel it's very sturdy and a very durable kind of grinder. I don't think it's too dainty really in any way. So I'm really enjoying using this grinder at home. I'd love to hear what you guys have to think about it if you've got one. Now, what don't I like about the grinder? No grinder is ever going to be perfect, but here's a few things that I think we could have a little bit of improvement on. So some of these parts have been used over the years in different models of grinders. ANFIM's been around for about 50 years, and some of these parts you can see haven't been updated when they've gone to put it into the Best On Demand grinder. And I feel that's a couple of things that they could have done just to make that extra special grinder with such a beautiful motor and the rest of the areas that they've upgraded. In regards to the hopper, it does have this sticker that just basically sits on there and tells you whether you're going to a higher or a lower number. Now, what I don't like is because that sticker is attached to the hopper, if you've got the screw undone and you've removed the hopper and you put it back down again, that number sequence is totally out. So there's no continual reference point that you're dealing with. Most grinders actually have the numbers on the actual chassis or on the grinding burr set, so you can't change those two. The sticker itself looks a little bit cheap, and it's actually overlapping when you get to the 0 point. So as you're going 0 up to say 7, that is increasing the grind. If you're going 0 back towards 28, you're decreasing the grind and going finer. Now, there is no identifying mark on this grinder to tell you which way to turn the grinding knob for coarser or finer. So if you don't know that, that's the only way you're going to know how to change the grind. So the one factor that a lot of people think about when they buy a home grinder is how much noise does it make in the kitchen. This grinder isn't as loud as some of the conical grinders that we hear. They're very crunchy and can be a little bit tinny in its noise. I find the ANFIM a bit more of a high-speed kind of light whistling sort of noise that comes through. So I can definitely hear this in the bedroom when my wife's up before me making her first cup of coffee. But I don't think it's as loud as some of the other grinders that we've had in our house. So I'm just going to jump around the front and show you how engaging the handle works and how to adjust the time. So when you pop the handle in, it'll activate this little button. And if it's depressed continually, it'll continue to grind the time. Now, if you remove that, you could give it a bit of a tap and you can see the time has stayed on. You can pop it back in and it will continue to grind. If you remove it and wait, it'll actually reset. So that's a pretty cool feature. A lot of grinders will continue to grind the whole amount of time, even though you don't want it to. So to change between the single cup and the double cup, it's really easy. You just press the button and it will switch between the two. If you want to change the amount of time that's allocated to the button, just press and hold it. It'll flash at you, and then you can decrease by using the bottom button or increase by using the top button. And automatically it will just lock itself in. And now that it's stopped flashing, you're ready to go again. So the grinder does come with a really cool Allen key, which allows you just to pop in here and simply undo both sides. And you can raise and lower that cradle really easy. So such an easy design and quick and easy to do to adjust whether you've got a single or a double handle. The other part I want to show you is behind the dosing chamber here. Now, definitely turn the grinder off when you're going to have a look at this. You'll need another Allen key. I believe this is a 2, I think. So you've just got to undo the 2 screws. Okay, and you've got the same style spring, just a smaller version that you see in your commercial model. So if you ever got this blocked up, it'll just be a matter of cleaning this out, cleaning out here, getting a quick vacuum, popping the string back in, and your 2 screws. And you're ready to go. So just such a simple idea for anyone to be able to work on, and also fix any of your blockages, and just a great simple design doing an amazing job at keeping that a nice fluffy grind. So just such an amazing simple concept that I do really enjoy working on the ANFIMs when I have to unblock the dosing chamber. So guys, I hope that's helped you understand a bit more about the ANFIM Best On Demand grinder. Now, I'd love to hear if you think it is the best grinder under $1,000. I think it's actually pretty good. Is it the best? Well, look, we're gonna have to probably do a few more comparisons out there to make sure that we make that call. But from my point of view, it's doing an amazing job grinding beautiful, clean coffee, giving me a great espresso, and it's really easy to use. So I'd love to hear your comments on the grinder. Make sure you leave them down below in the comments and we'll get back to you as quick as we can. Thanks very much, everyone. Have a great day.